I'm back with another video. Before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that bell. We're on the road, y'all. I don't even think I want to say we're on the road to 2,000 subscribers no more, because we are like, I think, 1 subscriber away from 2,000 subscribers. Let's go check. I think we literally 1 subscriber away, and if y'all hate hoes on God, let me stop. Oh, I can't cuss. We are only, y'all, to be honest, we only 2 subscribers from 2,000 subscribers. So we're on the road now to 3,000 subscribers. So I'm sure by the time I got this up, we already at 2,000. Thank y'all to everybody that subscribed. Now we on the road to 3,000. Anyway, y'all, today is going to be part 2 of my situationship, my 3-year situationship with a pathological liar. If you ain't watched part 1, go watch. Pause right here. Go watch part 1. We're moving on to part 2, okay, y'all? So, in part 1, we talked about pretty much how I ghosted Larry, right? And then Larry, after some time, after we got comfortable, ghosted me and blocked me on everything. So, we're going to pick up from there, y'all. So, after he blocked me on everything or whatever, he blocked me on Instagram, he blocked me on maybe Snapchat or whatever. He just blocked me and deleted me. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, he didn't block me off his phone number, even though I don't think I even ever text him. I literally don't think I ever text him. Like, the thing about me, y'all, is people really be thinking I don't care about them, because the one thing I'm not gonna do is play games. If you want to play games, baby, you better go find you a Nintendo, a PlayStation, an Xbox, because it ain't me. Like, I'm gonna leave you where you at. If you want to be left, you will be left. I'm not going to chase you. So, literally, we just didn't talk for a while, y'all. So, we didn't talk for a while. Y'all got to remember, we had a lot of situations. So, maybe these are not all in order. And I'm only saying this for Larry, in just in case, because he kind of do be stalking. So, he might still be watching my videos. So, it might be not in exact order, but all these things happen, right? So, boom. He ghosts me. I don't think he even ghosts me for that long. I think he probably ghosts me maybe for like a month or so. I don't even know. Or like a couple months, I don't know. So after that, y'all, he kept begging for me back. Like, he kept texting me, he kept calling me, he kept like, girl, when I tell you, baby, and I kept ignoring it. Like, it was literally, y'all, I'm not gonna cap to y'all, like, it was 1 year where he literally kept messaging me and messaging me and messaging me and messaging me, and I was like, bro, no. I don't know if this was before, like, after he ghosted me, or a different time we broke up. But, like, it was a period where he just kind of had to keep begging me. So, the thing about me is, every time I got to my toxic mode of, like, okay, baby, let me entertain something, because I'm getting a little bored over here with my other little situations now. Let me go back to Larry type thing. So, anyway, after he ghosted me, he felt bad. And he was like, okay, let me take you out to a nice date, because I told him, like, oh, you're gonna have to, if you want my time, you need to take me on a date. And then he's like, oh, we already did the date thing, like, I took you on so many dates. I'm like, I don't care. Like, you still need to take me on a date. Like, if you want to talk to me, you need to take me on a date, and it needs to be like a good one type thing. Like, just, yeah, if you want to talk, let's meet up and we talk on a date. So he said, okay, I'm gonna take you somewhere really, really nice. I'm gonna take you so nice. So he took me to Osaka. If y'all know what Osaka is very similar to Benihana's. Like, it's very, very similar. I personally like Benihana's better than Osaka, but he tried. This is coming from a man that took me to Applebee's on the first date, okay, y'all? He tried. He told me he had never been to Osaka before. Like, this was his first time there, and like, he really wanted to take me somewhere nice because he know that I'm bougie. Yeah, he used to love to toss that around, like, you're bougie, like, so I know you would like this place, so that's why I took you here. Like, okay. So, anyways, y'all, we end up going there and we end up talking and stuff like that. Mind you, we didn't even sit at like the hibachi table. Like, we was just like kind of in our table by ourselves, because it was a weird day, like weird time. I think it was like lunchtime instead of dinner or something like that. Like, it was in the midday type vibe. So we was talking and stuff, and he was pretty much apologizing and pretty much saying that he ghosted me because like he didn't feel good enough. Like, he didn't feel good enough for me, and he felt like I was like doing better than him in life. Like, I just had my life together. Like, I had a good job, had a car, had all these things, and like, he didn't feel like he was like good enough for me, and so he kind of ghosted me for that. And then he tried to switch it up and said he had ghosted me because he felt like, I I don't know what his other excuse, but he had some other excuse. So like he kept flip flopping back and forth. So I'm like, so what was the reason for real? Like,
what was the reason? I had a reason. What was the reason? I had a reason. What was the reason? I just explained.
What is the real reason for real? Cause like he lied so much. Like, did you just low key got something else going on and you ghosted me and then that didn't work out? Really, did you not feel good about yourself, or did something else happen? Like, or was you just trying to get your lick back because you try to be like me, be yourself? Like, you probably just felt like, okay, she ghosted me. Like, let me just play with her. Like, baby, the only one you play with is yourself. So, anyways, y'all, he pretty much, I got my iPad here, y'all, because when I tell you trauma make you forget some of this stuff. So anyways, y'all, we rekindle again after this date like a stupid woman. I start talking to him again or whatever. We back at it like addicts. Okay, we back at it. We back at it, right? So I told y'all in the last story, I used to hit Larry up all the time to just like pick me up. Like if I'm going out to drinking and stuff like that, like I want to be with like my little boo after, right? So we back at it like addicts, whatever. And everything's going cool. Then we start having problems again, y'all. We literally start having problems again. And I think one of the problems was surrounding my birthday or Valentine's Day. Like, y'all, literally, when I tell you Larry never got me nothing for my birthday. Like, I remember I told him, oh, my birthday. Like, I don't know if you want to come or not to my birthday party. I know it's kind of weird because we just kind of like rekindle, but like if you want to go, you can, but I just feel wrong to like not invite you type thing. Like I was trying to invite him because I didn't want to be like bogus and like not invite him at all. And he was like, oh, I don't know, because like I don't know like what to get you. Like I don't have money. Like I'm broke. You're bougie. You're bougie. He used to throw this around like all the time. Like I'm bougie, and I never asked him for nothing. Like so he was just insecure because he was broke all the time, and I did have money, and I did have a car, and I did have a place, like, and I did have funds. Like I literally had a lot of funds back then, cause like I didn't even pay that much for rent. So it was kind of like I had a career job and stuff like that. So he was kind of like, you're bougie. Like I don't even know what to get you. And I was like, well, it's the thought that counts. You know, my birthday and Valentine's Days are very close. So I think my birthday was actually the last straw, but before my birthday was Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day, I told him like, oh, you gonna do something for me for Valentine's Day and da 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 da. He's like, oh well, I didn't know we was doing nothing for Valentine's Day, like, cause I think we had just rekindled like right before, like maybe a month or two before Valentine's Day. I don't know. He's like, I didn't know that, da da da, aka making excuses, like I don't know if I can do anything. I'm broke. Nigga stay broke. Nigga was always broke. Like, and that's okay. We all going through it. But baby, I don't want to hear you crying a river. Like, for his last girl, y'all, this is the thing, is don't ever think just because a man treated his ex a certain way, he gonna treat you that way because you not the ex. And you gotta understand too, when a man gets scarred, he start moving different. Like, he don't ever really want to treat another woman the same way he treated his ex. Most times because he feel like, oh, what if I get clowned again? Or what if like this is a waste of time, or they take advantage of me? Anyway, for his ex, he did so many cute romantic things for Valentine's Day. And I'm sure he got her some stuff for her birthday and stuff. So like, for me, I kind of held on to that thing of like, he been in a 2-year relationship. He was very sweet and affectionate to her. He bought her gifts and he like did some romantic stuff for Valentine's Day. So I'm thinking like, I'm with a nice, sweet guy. But no, I'm with the recycled garbage. I'm sorry. I'm with the recycled garbage. Like, he's been used and now he's no good. Like, that's what I'm with. So at this point, he was very affectionate though. The thing about Larry, like, he wanted to kiss, he wanted to hold hands, he wanted to hug. Like, I remember we had went to Dave & Buster's one day and he was just like holding me and kissing me and walking behind me, holding my heels and stuff. But I was like, this is a little much for me because we not together. We don't go together, and we outside. Like people can see us. Like, people can see us, baby. Like, and on top of that, like, I wasn't just an affectionate person like that, which is, we talked about in the last story, like how he felt like I was only affectionate when I was drunk or whatever. So one of the last straws had happened with him. I think it was him not getting me nothing for my birthday and nothing for Valentine's Day. I was just like, oh, this man is trash. We had so many ending situations, baby, and that's why this situationship lasted for 3 years, because we was on and off, going back and back like addicts. I can't say the rack addicts, you know what I mean? Like, anyways, so boom, y'all. like I said, this stuff might not be in order, but y'all gonna get these parts, so y'all gonna get the whole story. So at this point, y'all, I'm about done with this man. I'm literally about done with this man, to be honest. I'm about done with him. I'm over him, whatever. I'm about to leave him alone. So at this point, when I leave him alone, so we had the ghosted situation. We rekindled. Now he literally don't do nothing for Valentine's Day. He don't do nothing for my birthday. During this time, I stopped talking to him for some time. I don't know the time frame, but I stopped talking to him for some time. So at this time, y'all, there have been so many situations, y'all. I swear I don't know the time frames. But talking again, y'all. We end up talking again. And I don't even know how we end up. Oh, I know how we end up talking again. So we end up talking again because literally I went out, y'all. I used to love this place called Jammy Wings. Like, they redid it now. But back in the day, like, Jammy Wings, they had hookah. They had a little outside where you could do hookah, where you can drink or whatever. And then, like, they had an inside. But I always liked the outside, right? And they always had African dudes. So I loved me some Jammy Wings. So anyways, I went to Jammy Wings, and I low-key was feeling like, okay, I want my Larry back. Like, I want him back real bad, and I want him to pick me up. Y'all, I'm gonna insert some videos from that night, because I took some videos, y'all. I had a little rose, and I was gone. I was off the lick, right? I was off the pat wrong, and my cousin was with me. When my cousin drove us, right? Because my cousin, she used to be like high in the cloud type vibe, and I was the lit in the type vibe or whatever. So look at that. At this point, I tell my cousin, like, boo, like, I want my Larry, and Larry gonna pick me up tonight, and I'm going home with Larry. She's like, okay, like, if you want to, da da da. So I FaceTime Larry, like, hey Larry, like, can you hear me, da da da. And he's like, where are you at? Like, why is it so loud? Mind you, at the time, I'm on the phone with Larry. There's an African dude like, hey, like, can I talk to you? Like, can I talk to you? Like, can I get your number? Like, and I'm like, bro, like, I was like, hold on, like, I'm on the phone right now with my little situation. I literally told this man that, because when I'm off the lick, y'all, I'm just too bold. I'm like, I'm on the phone with my little situation right now. I'll be back. Like, for real, while I was on the phone. So I'm on the phone with Larry. I'm like, oh, I'm at Jammy Wings. Like, come pick me up. Come pick me up right now. Mind y'all, we hadn't talked for some time. Like, this is just me popping out of nowhere. Like, come get me. Like, I'm ready to put that on you. Like, I want you to come get me now. I don't got no ride. I was making up stories. Like, I don't have a ride. Like, I need you to come get me now. I don't have no way to get home. Take it off. He lived far from Brooklyn Park or Brooklyn Center, so he was like, okay, I'm on my way, but it's gonna take some time. First of all, this man don't move on time. Like, the only reason why he was like, oh, I'm on my way is because he knew, like, okay, this is one way to get back in good with me and like get that cash. So like, you gotta come pick me up. So y'all, I was so toxic. So anyways, so boom, he rides up and comes get me, and my cousin made sure I get in the car. My cousin leave, and then me and him leave. So he's like, oh, you coming to my house, or am I going to your house, da da da. I said, no, we going to your house. Because mind you, at this point, like, Larry moved to a different city, and I didn't know what his new house was. So I was being calculated, like, no, let's go to your apartment. He's like, oh, bro, I didn't know we gonna have to do all that, and da 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 da. Because mind you, Larry lived on a whole nother other side of town. So by the time we got, it took us like 30 minutes to drive to Larry's house or whatever. So anyways, we get to Larry's house or whatever, and you know, we do the zoo, right? We do the zoo, and we back cool. We back cool, and we talking and things like that. We rekindle. So I always felt like, okay, anytime I call this man, he better come and pick me up. He better be ready to pick me up right now. Okay, like, that's how it was. And I'm not gonna lie, I was very aggressive. Like, where you at? Like, you need to pick me up. And I even told him, I said, oh, the dude in the club, like, he wanted me to, like, yeah, like, if you want to go pick me up, he was trying to drop me off, stuff like that. Like, I'm crazy, y'all. So anyway, we do everything's cool, and like, we getting our emotion, like, we really talking, and we really, like, whatever. And during these times, by the way, y'all, some of these times we be like, oh, we exclusive. Like, we not exclusive in the fact that we're not dating. Like, okay, we had these things. It's like, we're exclusive in the sexual aspect. Like, we only gonna do with each other. but we weren't exclusive when it comes to talking to people and dating. And the reason why my mindset, it was so toxic, but the reason why my mindset was like this, like, I'm not gonna let my little situation stop me from finding my husband, right? So I'm like, you're trash anyway, so let's just do it like this. So then, like, if I find my man, I can just kind of leave you there, whatever. But honestly, though, when we was going through these, like, ebbs and flows, there were periods where I was like, okay, like, why can't we just be committed? Like, why can't we just be in a relationship? Or, like, why can't we just, like, figure out what we're doing type of thing? And I realized it wasn't because I knew, like, I wanted to be with him. Like, it wasn't because I see him as a good partner, because he wasn't. But I kind of felt like I always wanted validation, like I'm good enough, so then let's be in a relationship type thing. Because that also happened in another situation I had. And not because I really genuinely love the person. Like, I did love that person as a person, but I wasn't in love with him. Like, oh my God, he just made me so happy. Like, I want to be with him. Like, I never felt like that. Like, I was just like, oh, he's annoying. Now I'm coming back to him. Oh, I like him, but now he's annoying. Like, it was not, I've been in love where I know what love feels like, and it was definitely not that. So I think I was just desperate back then. Like, I just wanted to be with somebody to be with them, right? So anyways, y'all, I would just kind of like, we was talking, we was exclusive, but like we could talk to other people type thing. So boom, after this, y'all, after the club situation, I tried to call him a different day, y'all. Mind you, I tried to call him a different day from the club. Like, okay, I'm going to have Larry pick us up. I was telling Amber, I'm out with Amber again, the friend that got me and Larry together, right? The one I'm not friend with no more. So I'm like about to call Larry, but I'm calling him, he not picking up. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you not picking up my call? Like, he need to pick us up right now. Da, da, da. She's like, oh, I can call him. I can get him. If I call him, he will pick us up. I know he will pick us up if I call him. So I'm looking like, and back then one of my other friends was with me too, and she said that was some weird stuff. Like, I'm looking like, what do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean that you're gonna call my dude, and just because you call my dude, he's gonna pick us up? Like, that's my man. So I'm looking like, girl, I don't need you. I told her, I said, I don't need you to call him. Like, if I want him to pick us up, he will pick us up. Cause I ain't nothing to a G. But I had left it like that, to be honest, because I was just like, you know what? I'm not even, because I was messaging him, like, I was like, oh, Larry, like, I don't have a ride. Like, you need to pick me up. You need to pick me up. Like, you need to come get me, whatever. And he's like, bro, like, I'm working, like, because he was doing, like, DoorDash, y'all. So he's like, bro, like, you always doing this at the last minute. You need to tell me, like, beforehand. Like, you can't just go out and expect me to pick you up every time. Which is true. Like, I would be out and I'd just be like, okay, come get me now. Like, and he don't even know I'm going out or nothing, like, or I'm going to be expecting him to pick me up. So he was kind of right on that. So I was like, okay, whatever, y'all, let's go home. Because I had a ride, bro. My friend was the one that drove us there. So anyway, we ended up coming back home or whatever. And he told me, like, well, text me when you make it home. One of these different times, like, I was going out, he's like, text me when you make it home, and then I'll be on my way over. So, y'all, I text him when I make it home, and I'm calling him, I'm texting him, he not answering. I'm calling him, he not answering. At this point, I'm mad, because my friend's like, oh, we should just go to the casino. Let's just go to the casino. I'm like, no, Larry's coming over. Like, I'm not going to the casino. Like, we about to get it cracking up in here. And I'm going to bed. So my friend's like, okay, but he not picking up. Da, 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 like, this is kind of annoying. So anyways, y'all, when he, tell me why. It's kind of close to maybe like 3 o'clock in the morning. He FaceTime, like, he called me like, oh, bro, like, I was sleeping and my bad. When I tell you this man was a pathological liar, nigga, you know you wasn't sleeping. Like, I know your sleep schedule, bro. Like, you used to work till like 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, you stay up late playing video games and watching TV and stuff. Like, bro, you're not playing with me. Like, so I'm like, bro, like, are you serious? Like, I know you weren't asleep. Like, da 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 da. So then we get into here. So at this point, I'm like, okay, now you're playing games. Let me leave you again. Let me leave you again, y'all. The thing is, these details be detailing, right? Let me leave you again. So once I leave him this time, like, I'm kind of doing me, y'all. I'm doing me. And I'm gonna make this video a little bit longer with this. And then, I don't know, this might only be 3-4 parts. It probably be 4 parts, y'all. So anyways, y'all, I start to do me anyways. Like, I'm talking to multiple people. Like, I've been talking to multiple people for real. Like, I have some Rastafars in my roster, right? So at this point, I'm already talking to my ex that's in London, y'all. I'm talking to my ex in London. Me and Larry are now broken off again. So at this point, I'm talking to my ex from London, but at this point, it's kind of like we just friends. Like, we really for real just friends, for real. Mind you, during this whole course of time, my friend Amber, like the one that put me in with Larry, that also know my ex from London, she's coming back to me telling me stuff about what Larry got going on. Like, oh, just so you know, like, you probably don't want to go back talking to Larry because Larry's talking to this new girl. And like, he flew this new girl out. No, he didn't flew her out. Sorry. Larry was talking to this new girl. This new girl lived in a different city. She flew herself out. He didn't pay for the flight, and she was staying with him for a couple days, and he do like her, and it seemed like it might be something serious. Like, she would just keep coming back and telling me stuff about Larry to keep me irritated. And I remember one time she told me about how one time this girl, like, he had this girl come. She was like, oh, don't talk to him, don't call him, y'all, which I'm gonna get into the next part. Like, she was like, don't call him stuff because he had this girl over and stuff like that at his house, and she was over his house. They didn't do nothing though, blase. Like, Amber was just coming back and telling me stuff about Larry for no reason. Like, did I ask you, bro? And at the fact, like, we literally not even together. Like, it'd be different if me and Larry was still, like, exclusive. Like, no, we're broken up. We're on a break. Like, even though you can't be broken up when you ain't together, but we on a break. So, y'all, at this point, that's when London gets introduced in the story, because me and London start, like, communicating just as friends. And Amber is the one that introduced me to London and said that he was just her friend. And then London was trying to talk to me for a long time. So at this point, we just friends. We just communicating as friends, all that, y'all. Then London's like, oh, you should come to London, like, I will pay for your flight, I'll pay for everything, you just don't gotta worry about, like, you should come one day, like, you should come. And I'm like, yeah, like, I would be down to come just visit, but, like, as friends, like I don't see anything more than friends or whatever. So we on the same page. So I go to telling Amber, like, oh yeah, like, London wants to fly me out, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go, like, why not? And then Amber's like, well, girl, he's going to expect something. Like, he's going to expect something you go there. I was like, well, I already told him, like, I'm not doing anything. Like, we just cool. We just friends. All right, y'all. So boom. My camera overheated. But what happened was, y'all, is this friend told me, like, okay, he's gonna want to do something with you, I wouldn't go if I was you. I wouldn't go, type stuff. So I'm like, girl, I don't really care what you're talking about. Like, I'm gonna go regardless. I'm going to London. Like, we are just friends. Like, London knew this as well, right? So at this point, y'all, like, she's been coming back to me, telling me things about Larry, and then I'm telling her, like, oh, you know, I'm gonna just go see London, whatever. So at this point, y'all, I am in Austin, y'all. After me and Larry are done, it's been some time. Amber keeps coming back to me, telling me things about Larry, and I'm like, oh, this man's a clown. Like, in my head, I'm thinking, like, okay, he tried to freak on a girl, didn't even get to freak on her, had her at his house, ain't do nothing, like, lame, clown, whatever. So at this point, y'all, I'm really like, okay, I'm in Austin. I'm having a good time at this point. I'm talking to London, but, like, we just friends for real. But we kind of, like, going back and forth, like, every day, just kind of get to know each other, like, what we like to do. We was having, like, long paragraph. Like, baby, when I tell you on the iPhone thread, like, this big, like, we was just going back and forth. But I'm still thinking, like, we cool, like, because I didn't find him, like, attractive in that way. So I was like, oh, we just cool, like, you know, we friends. Like, we kind of knew of each other for a while anyway. So, boom. During this time, I go to Austin, and I'm at the point where I'm like, oh, like, I might want to talk back to Larry. I want to just, like, it's been some time. I think at this time, it had been, like, a good amount of time. I was like, you know what? I think I am going to pop up on Larry. Like, I was feeling like, bro, I was planning my attack. So, y'all know that I had went to Larry's house, like, with that club scene. Like, when he picked me up from Jammy Wings or whatever, we went back to his house. When we went to his house, y'all, I took a photogenic picture in my head of what the name of his apartments were. And because I didn't have his address, so like I just remember like the name of the apartments, because before he used to live in Eden Prairie, he didn't live in Eden Prairie no more, right? So he moved to another city. So at this point, I now know where he lives. So I was like, you know what? I low-key should pop up on him. Pop out. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show it. So I'm like, I'm gonna pop up on him. I'm not gonna hit him up like my regular, smuggler, degular. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, let's talk. This. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna pop up on his house, at his house, and like make sure he don't forget who I am. Type, right? So at this point, I start talking to Amber like, hey, Amber, like, I do want to go see Larry. I want to talk to Larry, And she's like, I don't think it's a good idea. He's not really talking to you no more. He don't want to talk to you no more. I just think you should just leave it alone. Like, I've already talked to him. He's been talking to these people. He's been doing this and that, whatever, I'm like, Amber, in my head, I don't want to hear what you like to say. Like, I don't give a flying F. Like, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Best believe you put that on everything I love. Even with my life. Even with my life, if I say, hey, I'm gonna do this one day, I'm gonna be this type of person one day, I'm gonna live in this house one day, like, baby, everything I say I'm gonna do, I do it. I don't play them type of games. So I'm like, no, I hear what you're saying, but I don't hear what you're saying. So y'all, at this point, I'm on vacation. I'm in Austin, Texas. I'm with my friends. I'm lit when I talk to Amber, like, yeah, I'm on this time when I return. So at this point, like, well, actually, I didn't even tell her my plan. I just say, hey, I want to talk to Larry. I want to get back to talk to Larry. She's just, I don't think it's a good idea. So anyhow, y'all, I get back to Minnesota, and I have a couple days off. Yeah, I got a couple days off. So I'm like, baby, I'm going to pull up on Larry, and I'm going to plan and map it out, because I know Larry does DoorDash a lot, and sometimes he be out late, like midnight. Like, sometimes he be out till midnight because he need to make that money. So he be working from morning to night. Like, he going through it. So he got to put them hours in. So I'm like, let me not pop up during the day, in the morning. Let me not pop up in the midday. Like, he probably sleep early in the morning, and then he probably long midday. So I'm going to come like 2 o'clock in the morning, y'all. I'm going to also start a video of me playing Peas Fairy by Janae Aika on my way to his house. And it shows the time. I think it was 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that. So I'm going to put that in the video so y'all can see. Like, I recorded that on my way to his house. So I don't know what I put on, but I put something on. Like, it wasn't a trench this time. I think maybe I just had like some lingerie underneath some clothes or something. I don't know, baby. Well, I do it. When I do it, I do it. So I drive to his house, y'all. It is soon. This gonna be part 3, y'all. Y'all, what do you? Y'all, this is gonna be really in part 3 for real. But literally, I drive to his house, and I'm looking for his car, and I'm like, bro, I don't see his car. Mind y'all, he had this car. It was like a Hyundai, but it had writing on it, like he got it from some auction thing. So mind you, I only been in that car, I think, once or twice. So like, I didn't look at no license plates or nothing like that. So like, I just remember there was like a writing on it, on the car. So, and I've seen that car a few times. I probably have been in that car a few times, but it was like one of them Hyundais that everyone got. So the only thing that would make his change like look different was the writing. So I'm like creeping up looking for the writing, bro. Like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning for real. So I'm driving like, is he home? Like, is Larry home? Because I done drove 30 minutes because Larry lived far from me. Like, I done drove over here. What if I drove over here for no reason? I deleted Larry's contact. I deleted his thread. I don't have his phone number. Like, I don't know what my mind was. I don't know what my mind was like even having me do at this point, to be honest, because it was kind of like, bro, like, what was your plan? I didn't have no plan. Like, I'm thinking like, okay, his apartment didn't seem that secure. I'm like, somebody might be walking in, I'm gonna get in. Like, it might not be that hard to enter. Like, bro, I'm up here literally planning a whole into like breaking and entering. Okay, so I'm like, bro, it's not gonna be hard to get in this apartment. It doesn't seem secure. Like, but mind you, the first time I went to his apartment, I think the second time I went to his apartment, both times I was drunk. I was tipsy. Like, I couldn't even remember what his apartment number was, bro. I looked at it. The first time I went went to his house, I looked at the apartment number and I did not remember it. I was like, oh my gosh, like even if I want to buzz this man, I don't know his apartment number and I don't know his buzzing number. If the buzzing number is the same as his apartment number. But I remember his apartment was like on the front end. So I'm driving through the parking lot, but I'm like, I'm looking real sketchy. I'm the only one out here. Like, he live in the burbs and it's very dark. So I'm looking for his car. I cannot find his car. I'm like, oh my God, he might not be here. Like, what if I drove all the way here? No, he gotta be here, gotta be here, gotta be here. So I'm peeking through his window, like I can see there's some lights down here, and I'm like, I think that's his place, but I don't know. Like, I can't see inside. Like, I think that's his place. I think he home. Like, for real, for real. But then I'm thinking in my head, like, what if he got a girl over here? It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a fight tonight. Like, I just popped up over here. Like, now y'all, I got all these thoughts in my head. Like, baby, what is you doing? Is you dumb or you stupid? I was both of them, but I was going back and forth. So I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to call Amber. I know she's not going to do this, but I feel like she's going to be pressured to give me his phone number so I can just call him like I'm outside. So, y'all, I get his phone number from Amber, y'all. And I'm going to tell y'all what happened in part 3. I'm sorry to do it to y'all, but I'm going to tell y'all what happened in part 3. The OGs that's been watching me for years, probably like 4 or 5 years now, they already know what happened. But, y'all, it gets crazy. So yeah, y'all, this is part 2 of my 3-year situationship with a pathological liar. It was a toxic relationship, y'all. I was toxic. I told y'all that from the first one. He was toxic. We both was playing with each other for real. So yeah, y'all, I'm gonna see y'all in the next part, y'all. I'm gonna make sure I put the parts up 1 week apart. I would love to get them up sooner, but I have other videos also got to put up. But let me know in the comments, y'all, if y'all want this now. Like, baby, I don't care about the weight loss content. I don't care about none of the other stuff you putting up, baby. Put these story time back. Let me know, y'all. But I might go ahead and film the 3rd part right now while I'm already sitting here for real. And my brain is I'm probably going to film it right now. So just let me know y'all want it now. Let me know y'all comments with what y'all thoughts is. But I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.